Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Watercolor Wednesday. I'm Leslie Watkins. I hope everybody's well. Today I thought I would show you how to paint a little bouquet of roses. So to begin with, I have a piece of shimmery white paper and I'm just going to cut this down to size. So I want this to be a little bit smaller than the standard card size. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. So there's my piece. And I have my watercolors here, red, yellow, and blue. And I want this to be a landscape orientation. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to paint directly. I'm not going to bother to sketch. I'm going to just get my paints wet. And there's some old paint on the palette, and that's okay. I'll be able to make use of that. Here we go. And I'm going to begin by just painting in some rose shapes with a very light wash. And I can warm those up a little bit by adding a little more yellow. And then around the edges, I'm just going to indicate some foliage. Now, part of the edges of this paper is going to be under the mat, so I'm not worried about getting the paint right to the edge of the picture. But what I do want to do is I want to sort of indicate some petal shapes using my background color. Okay, and maybe something in between the flowers. All right, I'm going to zoom you in so that you can get a better look. So that's my first wash, just a couple of seconds, not a big deal. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more color, a little bit darker, and I'm mixing up that sort of peachy tone again. And I can start to draw the shape of the flowers. Okay, and just kind of figure out which way they're pointing. So the direction where the centers are. Okay, and then the same thing with the leaves. I want to get a nice balance of color tones in here, so I want to add a little more yellow here and there. And then I can go back into my darker green. There we go. Now, the paper is still a little bit on the damp side, so I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm just going to pull some of this color around and let that flow into these other areas. And now I'm going to have to give that background a chance to dry a little bit, because now it's very wet and I'm not going to be able to draw any more shapes in there. So I'm just going to leave that for the minute. And this is one of the classes I'm going to be sharing in my next workshop, which is to make these quick and easy watercolor sketches that you can use on your note cards. And in order to learn more about that workshop, all you need to do is subscribe to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, and you can do that from the link that I will be posting below after the video, or you can go to my website at dandelioncottagedesign.com and subscribe to Notes, and in that little email I will be able to send you all the information about how to register for the class, what supplies you'll need, when the live Zoom is, and how to get your card kit in the mail. So please do subscribe to Notes, and if you like the channel and you like seeing what I do here, please like and subscribe on my page. I'd really appreciate that. And I'm getting very close to a big number, so I'm looking forward to hitting that 2,000 mark. Alright, so I'm just about finished here. It's a little too dark in here. I'm just going to lift that. I don't want that quite that dark in that spot. Maybe this too. And I'm going to make one more layer of darker color here. I'm just mixing up a nice rich mixture, and I'm going to use this in the center of my flowers, and I'm also going to draw the shapes of some of the petals. And there you have it. So just in a matter of minutes, you can have a beautiful hand-painted floral design to put on your note cards, or you can use this idea to create your own designer series paper for your backgrounds. So I have some paper here that I did last week. And here it is. So I'm going to be using this paper on my Valentine cards that I'll be making on Saturday. So I hope you'll come back again for Paper Crafting Saturday at 12 noon. And I'll be using this paper to decorate some Valentine gifts and cards. So I hope you'll come back for that. So this is still plenty wet, so So I think you can see the gloss on there. So I'm just going to put this aside to dry, and in a little while I'll come back and I will turn this into a note card, and I'll share that with you in the thumbnail so that you can see how it looks when it's all put together. So that's what I have to share with you today. I hope I've given you some ideas, and that you will be interested in trying your hand at doing a little watercolor. It doesn't have to be a big deal, and there's always two sides of the paper. So if you don't like what you did on one side, you can always flip it over and do something on the other side. And really the key to doing this is just playing and practicing, and seeing what you can do with a little bit of paper, 3 colors, and a brush, and you'll be on your way. So thank you so much for watching today. Please come back on Saturday to see the note cards that I'll be making. Stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.